thought we were starting.
Yeah.
It was a false start. Oh, we're live. But no one was talking, mate.
We was all just waiting for you for the one. You just left us after the two, Tom.
You know what I said.
We do that in the business, to be fair.
Right.
But we get like 5, 4.
Oh, right, okay.
Action.
Right. I'm out in the loop with sound technicians and stuff, you know.
Okay, well,
maybe have a little private chat with each other later.
Fucking chat to each other. We don't talk at all. He ignores me now.
Who, me?
Wife. Strange lover.
Anyway,
yeah.
This is a fight breakdown with Lewis Long. It's going to be a bit of a entertaining encounter, I should imagine. With him, we got Wayne Samways. Welcome, Wayne. How's it going? Lovely beard as always.
You mean Mrs. Long?
Look at this grey. Look at this grey. This grey solo from Lewis. Because he stresses me out. I got 2 look.
And we got Rhys Jones as well.
Like your pubes.
In the room as well.
Yes, you do.
We're just going to have to try and freestyle it and see how it goes.
If you're watching it, you understand, yeah?
Everyone knows Lewis. Lewis is one of the kind of the pioneers of Welsh MMA. I gotta be honest, he's been around for a long time. Everyone knows him for being eccentric. I'm a bit gutted you haven't got one of your shirts on today, Lou.
What shirts? Oh, I got a couple of them. I'm walking around, but I got a tatami one. They sent me today, by the way.
Oh, nice. Same.
Well. Look at my t-shirt.
Matt Academy.
I probably should rep my own gym. I know.
And you probably, Lou. Here's a mission for you. Go and get a shirt on. Go now. Take them earphones off. You got 10 seconds to get a shirt on. 10.
Talk about me.
9, 8, 7. I dread to think what he's going to come back in. 6, 5, 4, 3. He's failing. 2, 1. Well done. Don't you look like a bushwhacker with that beard? Well done.
Well done, Lou. That was within the 10 seconds. But
you don't have to button it or anything, Lou. It's all right. We all know you. We all know you. Like,
can't button it. That's a problem.
My mask is too big. Like my penis, obviously.
Oh, right then.
In this show.
Lou, how are you coping with the lockdown as well? And you as well, Wayne. How are you coping down with the lockdown? With your training and what you're doing?
Sucks.
I know what you've been doing today, Lou, but what are you doing in general?
Well, you're right. Some days are great and some days aren't, obviously. But no, it's just nice to just work on what you want to work on. I mean, apart from outside of fighting, but yeah, just been rowing, throwing some kettlebells about, which makes a change normally.
You done a marathon rowing the other day, huh?
Oh yeah, 3 hours, 9.5 yesterday as well. Well, run to the gym, rowed a half marathon, run back. I still don't feel fit, but I sort of must be, if that, because I'm not getting that. I don't know where I am with it, but yeah.
Well, do a marathon on the row is pretty fit.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But I mean, I honestly just think I got through it because of just how much pain I was in, and just focus on the pain.
Actually, enjoy the pain,
Just enjoy. Yeah, it's not fucking Rona, it's a rower.
Well, we bought a rower for the gym and new kettlebells, and basically we're down there like on our own working out, basically. So
separately, obviously,
we can use them. Yeah,
I put it through the door.
He leaves me nice notes every day that I go in.
You're still doing your own little bit of training as well, Wayne, yeah?
Did you wipe that penis off the board?
What's that?
Did you wipe the penis off the board?
No.
You liar,
that was quite an artistic penis, actually.
It
It was well thought out. It even had veins.
Was it drawn by me?
Who was it drawn by?
It was fucking drawn by me.
Yeah, but we've been going back and forth on our own, but it's tough, and like I've been arguing with people who sold us kettlebells and they didn't go to the right address and they got sent to us in poorly packed boxes. So I've quite enjoyed arguing back with the company.
What did we get sent instead of kettlebells?
2 34K dumbbells instead of a 40K kettlebell and a 28 and a 36K kettlebell.
Which I had to lift from Wayne's house because he was too weak.
No. The thing is, Lou was like, oh, how shall we get these kettlebells into the gym? Shall we ask someone if they got like a cart we can wheel them in separately?
A cart?
Because I'm so weak.
Fucking 13th century.
No, like one of them pump trucks, you know. He's never taken a delivery in his life. Like a pump truck, pallet truck. Because Lewis wanted to put one on each because he can barely use the pallet truck to pull the 40K one in on its own. So I just said, look, Lou, I'll take on chin. I'll carry them all in on my own. You just open the door for me.
So the only thing you've taken on the chin, Wayne.
Hey, this chin is granite, brother.
I was talking about granite.
Fun story about Lewis.
We're talking about punches.
Lewis have tried to drop me for years.
Never dropped.
His solo mission was to drop me with a body shot.
Body shot.
Yeah,
right.
drop me with a body shot.
He fights like this.
God.
He fights like this. What else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do?
I remember we were training in
He kicked me in the air by my balls. Via my balls once.
That was a precision shot, Lou. It was upper thigh, and you know it. I basically dropped it with an upper thigh shot. I hit for the femoral artery. I hit you in the femoral artery. The blood went to your brain, and you just went down, bro. It was a femoral artery shot.
Mate, that was rough, man. Anyway, yeah, should we go over the fight or?
Oh, well, I want to talk about the time you teeped me across the ring in Fight Academy Wales, and I nearly pooed my pants.
I don't remember that. So,
but you wouldn't. You were drunk at
so it doesn't happen. Got your fighting juice.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So, try and bring a bit of normality to it. I think, boys, we are covering the Matt Inman fight with Lew Long. So, Lew, what we kind of do with these is we kind of break down a fight from kind of a game plan point of view, what it was like, because at the time I think Matt was on a little bit, he won loss in like 5 or something. He's on a bit of a tear, I think, in Cage Warriors. Is that right?
I think so. So what happened with, like, I've always respected Matt a lot. He knows that. I saw him fight once, and he came out to Matt Asayu, a reggae band that I also liked. And I was like, "What a man! Who's that guy? Can I fight him?" I was told it was a bit too soon for me then, and then the fight came up a few years later. I was like, "Well, let's have it then." You know, it's nice. It's nice. You know, fucking likes good music. He's a good guy, and I was. You know, he told you earlier in my career that, nah, mate, you know, step aside for this one.
So I
listened.
Yeah. When it's not like you to listen, is it? When I watched this fight back, because I remember watching the fight at the time, because obviously it was a Cage Warriors event. It was, you could watch a lot of Cage Warriors just on TV at the time. I remember watching this one and looking at the fight and thinking, fucking hell, Lewis come out to really put a statement in you. And when I watched it back, it was more evident when I watched it back that you kind of had a bit more intent to, I don't know, put a show on. I don't know what it was. Was there anything behind that, or because personally I thought that maybe you didn't like him, but obviously you just said that he's a nice guy and you kind of got on with him, right?
Yeah, great guy. You know, no, I'd moved back up to welterweight to fight before, and I thought the fight before was so rough, and in my head, like, I just kept fighting, and I came out on top. You know, won the fight. Then in this, I'd do exactly the same.
Yeah,
just go in there, smiling, having fun, and after like being a lightweight, I put it to myself as this: I've either got a career at welterweight or potentially no life at lightweight. You know, it was that hard for me to get that low. That when I was fighting that weight, I'm getting heavier now, but when I was that weight, I was walking around 82, 84K. Just going in, just like, let's have hell, like, let's have hell.
I was going to ask you about lightweight, because I don't think personally that suited you lightweight. Is that right? Or
yeah, it's never suited me lightweight, but what I enjoy about fighting like that is I don't feel so bulky.
Right.
I'm not a tall man. I'll get inside, but when I'm lighter, I feel I can box better.
Yeah.
But this is the weight classes we got. You got to deal with what you're given. Like
it is what it is, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I kind of remember, like, obviously, around about this time when you was fighting Inman, and then you went on a couple of wins, 1 or 2 losses in between. A lot of guys was kind of tipping you for obviously going to the UFC. A lot of guys was chucking your name about to saying that you should have been in the UFC, but then you made a bit of a surprise for me as well by going to Bama.
I went to Bellator before. I think. Well, actually, no. I fought.
Yeah.
I fought Bama when I was lighter, but it wasn't so much that. I was like, I'd done so much. I think I went on a 5 or 5 win streak here, but Cage Warriors wasn't around at the time. They went on that hiatus, so I was in the right place, just at the wrong time. I think that is just continuous happening through my career, but that's it. It's what it is, isn't it? You got to be rolling dice like it's not an easy game, like And
you got obviously you're in Bellator now. I think you're the only Welshman to get a win in Bellator. Is that right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool, I suppose. Yeah,
that's something on it. I remember as well, like, when I asked you to come on a show, I started looking through a couple of your fights again to see, just to get a little bit of a feel for how you fight. And every commentator kind of says, especially like Josh Palmer. Josh Palmer's a good friend. I know Josh well. But you're more of a grappler. But I remember the first time I seen you was down in like the Heath Hospital, that pub down there, fighting Thai boxing. It was like a pub down there.
Yeah. And great hall, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember that is the first time I seen you. And I think around about then you was maybe 17, 18, I think, something along those lines, fighting pro Thai boxing as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I went like 5-1 A-class Thai boxing, a few K1 and kickboxing wins. But I don't know, it's just like if you spar with me in the gym, it's just a lot different. With my stand-up, I need to spar, fight like I spar, a lot more playful. But it's sad. But yeah, I come from a striking background, I was like with like Lee Power for quite a few years. He was quite a notorious Welsh coach. As well as like Joey Brincat, and I've got a great Guy Lockett as well. Got a good host behind me. It's just they'll all say the same. Is when I get into a fight, I just want to go forward and throw everything away. Like I just want to be in it. Like I just want to
scrap. And what do you do? Like I've seen a lot of your yoga videos that you're doing as well. That was something that I never thought I'd see Lou Long doing, to be honest with you, was being a yoga coach and obviously being kind of versed in yoga as well. So how did you kind of come across that? Was it injuries, or was it just something that you thought that you enjoyed more than other parts of training?
I don't know really. Obviously injuries do, bring out other sides, which you got to look into to keep fit. But I always believe there's a yin and there's a yang with it. How can you be one and not the other? So, but the yoga the last few years has really coming to his own with me. If you see me grapple, like you saw like on Polaris. My God, I should be in a wheelchair now. I think I
got to be honest. I think Freddie's 3-0 now in Polaris.
I just commented on that.
Yeah.
Open palm.
You want to do palm strikes?
He commented on the UKBG Underground saying something about I want to do MMA, but I'm too scared, so I want to do open palm strikes. Mate, I'll turn your ass red all day,
I think if it was palm strikes in our fight, I think he would have been in a bit of trouble, to be honest, because he was on your leg a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Greg, me and you were in the change rooms waiting for Jamie's fight, because I think he was on after Lou, and we were in the change rooms and Craig Jones and all those guys in there, and we were watching Lou's fight when he was fighting Freddie, and they all just looked at each other and looked at us and go, "Who the fuck's that guy? Like, why didn't he tap in?" Everyone's wincing, and you, to be fair, Lou, you were like the calmest person in the arena. You were like, "I'm pissing myself."
That was because we was watching a fight and he was actually laughing at some point. So no,
yeah, I mean, it's like that 50-50 leg lock position is like when you just stuck in there. It's hard to go away, especially when it's tight. Like, you know, you got to be careful.
Well, we just see a little bit of leg lock transitions in the Inman fight.
It's Wayne left us.
Pardon? I think Wayne is gone. Yeah, I'll try and add him back in if I can, but I actually think that.
What have I said now? What have I said now? What have I said now?
No, I think he cut out. No, I think he's gone.
Yeah, mate. It was the grey in his beard. I think that's what I was.
So I think what we'll do, we'll start the fight up. I think we'll start the Liu Long versus Matt Inman, Cage Warriors 73. Let's get it going.
Lou, do you find it, you know, because you're pretty well rounded, obviously, like you fighting Muay Thai, like so when you were much younger, and then like a lot of people, especially me, really, because I didn't really know you when you were younger, like sort of know you from a grappling background. Do you find that difficult then when you're game planning because you're so well rounded that you just kind of let where the fight goes, or do you like always specifically game plan, or does it just go out the window?
You start on your feet, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, so I train like sort of in everything for everything.
Yeah.
If not in a stupid way, but like, you know, if he's favoured one way, work upon that. Same as his wrestling. If he prefers a double leg, would work. You know, luck, things like that, and so on and so forth. But again, I don't like to watch. I let my coaches do that. I don't focus on him.
You don't watch the fights yourself. You just leave it up to your coaches.
I'd watch about 30 seconds just to get a stance. Sort of look at what he does. I just, you know, you could see someone moves quite quickly.
Yeah. Because it's like. Well, we got like obviously you train a lot with Mason as well. Mason comes over and does a bit of sparring with you, but Mason's like kind of the total opposite. We gotta kind of have a bit more of a tailored game plan for someone like Mason, you know. So we'd kind of write down, you know, some probables what will happen in a fight and try and cover all bases. But you were just saying you just get in there and just.
No, I mean, everything from standing, wrestling, whatever is talked about, grappled about, you know. Padded about, but that's their job, you know. My job is to listen to them and feel the flow of the fight. Obviously, I know if my fight is a submission expert, a wrestler, you know that, especially at this level in the game.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just get a look a little bit, see how I feel in certain areas, and then of course when you get in, it's just. You know, things change. Things change quickly. You know, so
yeah, you come across as one of those relaxed guys, to be honest with you, and you kind of feel the fight out as you go in. I think Tom was trying to get the fight working now. Tom, is he working? Here we go.
Expect to see some dynamic head movement and aggressive takedowns from the Welshman in his Cage Warriors appearance. Matt Inman was seemingly unstoppable in the welterweight division until his 4-fight win streak was ruined at Cage Warriors 68 in May. Now the SBG fighter looks to get back on track with a decisive win tonight.
Percentage to win, and it was like 93 to, you know, whatever was left.
Training's been going well. It's taken a little bit of time.
Yeah, but it was I like 7% chance of winning.
Just been focusing on making some changes and improvements to my game.
I was in the hotel room with a guy called Jason Squirrel, as Wayne will know, the bastard.
It was a bit mental. I didn't
basically
ever feel
he's a great grappler and a friend, and he offered to take me up there.
A little bit of danger,
so yeah, go on, come up there. But it was a corner spot available, and he never thought I would actually take him.
My opponent for this fight is Liu Long,
right
on my night.
But I did.
Working together. There's no one in the division I can't be. It's not going to be any different with
every time I look at him, he's just like.
I no idea what. Like, I enjoy watching him fight. I'm a fan of his, realistically.
You're a fan of
his. You took your friend into the corner with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny, man. It was so funny. But I mean, he got me back in 2 years. I was on karaoke.
I don't think it's going to go. I'm quite clear, quite certain it's not going to go to this.
Jumped on me,
So I think you're going to see
that's for making me corny in one of the most important fights of your career.
And I think I can match anything he's got for me on the
Because
ground as well.
probably this is a big fight for you, isn't it? Especially
it was huge. I mean, to me, it was the biggest arena, Metro Arena, Newcastle, and I was told not to take that fight before, you know. So for me, I think just move back to welterweight. Oh, well, he can't be any bigger than the one before, so fuck it, let's go, like.
And here's your walk, and look how
sexy I am. That's a big T-shirt. I was
look how excited you are.
I'm big in that T-shirt now.
Tatami's got you some decent T-shirts these days, mate.
Yeah, they got some decent ones. Legends.
But while you just opened up your fifth can of the day, Stephen Gifford just asked a question on our Facebook Live. Does Stella taste better from the can or out of a pint?
Oh, there's another question with that. Well, Stella comes in one of them sexy glasses as well, doesn't he?
Oh, wait there. I got one of them. I've nicked a few from the pub over the years.
You haven't, Lewis, have you? Because this is going to go out live. So.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Farmer's Arms.
So when you get into the cage now at this point, I asked every fighter when they get at this point, because you were fired up. Some people are calm and collected. What are you thinking when you enter there?
Oh fuck.
Is it just adrenaline, or is it, I want to kill the guy? Because I asked everyone. Nad the other day was cool, calm, collected, just thinking about the fight. Mason was the same. I know Mason really well. He's exactly the same. You look like you're ready to tear someone's head off. To be honest with you.
I think it comes obviously this fight's 5 years ago as well, but it doesn't matter. Every fight is different, you know. I am backstage in that fight. Him and his cornerman were all mean mugging me,
right?
And I just started doing step aerobics, jumping around. I went into the cage first, but he came out to all along the watchtower,
right?
And I
got no idea with this type of music. I got to be honest.
Knows Wayne, don't he?
That's Jimi Hendrix, Lou.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I know what to do.
And I just basically stamped around the cage singing it. It was like a great boost to me, because yes, Matt, good music.
And Wayne,
then fighting, I know it's weird, but
yeah, Wayne, you've cornered Lou for a lot of his fights as well. How would you kind of deal with Lewis, trying to calm him down, or
Lewis?
There is no calming him down.
I was going to say, I don't think it is.
I just sing and try and get in a good place.
It's the sort of fight or flight theory. You can either fight against the adrenaline or go with it, and Lewis very much goes into it.
I think you just got to let him go for it. Yeah, you've just got to let him go for it.
Yeah, but Joey's good with you, isn't he, Lou? To be fair, he knows when to calm you down and stop. There's a fine line between calming someone down and stopping them burning themselves out. You know,
just calls me a prick.
Yeah. Well, he's the only one you'll listen to when he calls you a prick. So.
Yeah, it is a fine line with fighters. Some like to hype themselves up too much. A lot of guys are nervous. You need to build them up a little bit. I've had fighters who has been really close to not wanting to go out, you know. And I don't think Lou's ever going to be like. I think you need to bring Lewis down a little bit, but you know, it's
sort of different with me. Before I go out, I just sort of sing. Anyway, into the fight.
Relax. Yeah, here's the start of the fight.
So here we go then. Obviously a taller fighter. Now through training camp, I knew on his feet he wouldn't be able to fight going backwards. So I knew when I had to go forward, I had to move my head and move in. Caught that kick, you know.
Here's what I was saying, here's the intent. As soon as you caught that kick and you took him down, the intent it was a lovely sweep to get back up to his feet there from half guard, but the intent was there straight away to just throw down, wasn't it? You know? Yeah,
well, here's again shorter, and again someone who leans into the jab. I just got to throw and kick, wait for my opportunity. I mean, just then, I left go of a grip, but it was nice for me to let go of something where I could have wasted myself, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
don't expect
You know,
that
with
much
positions,
energy, you know?
it's easy to do in fights, you know.
Like
But,
one thing that I love to see is a bit more of this. These leg kicks that you were throwing, Lou, because being a bit more of a Thai boxer is nice to see the damage that you cause those leg kicks. I've seen you fight in the past, and
Everett tells me all the time, you know, and in truth, I couldn't tell you why.
Yeah.
Well, they sort of disappeared a bit. Again, as I said, when I was a bit lighter, like could run a lot lighter here. Stand up felt so much more fluid.
Yeah, I got you.
I need to go back to that. I mean, definitely.
A lot more robust at welterweight, I think. Like a lot more, you know, a bit more power in you, I think, at welterweight.
Yeah, I just need to fight even more recklessly.
Right,
I think. I'm going. I'm up in the tilt. I mean, I know I lost my last fight for being reckless, but I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going off the scale next time. Balls to the wall.
This is where Lewis does most of his damage in the body lock.
If you pause it up there, Tom.
Yeah. So if you notice the double underhooks.
Yeah. Talk us a little bit through what you guys work on when you get into the double unders, yeah.
Well, it's just about ultimate control, really. It's just about getting the double underhook, like the bear hug position, and just making him pay for it, really, with like weight distribution going left to go right. But it's as soon as Lewis gets inside and gets the double underhook position, it weighs on fighters. So as soon as he gets double underhooks, you see what the fighters are made of, you know, because they can. It's a squeeze, man. And I know he's sitting right there, but it sucks. Like you don't understand what it's like. Someone squeeze. It's a tight squeeze, and the constant imbalances you've got. You think you're fine stepping right, and then all of a sudden you fall into your right. It's just it's just tight. It's just tight everywhere. Every step is laboured. Everything is weighted down. It just sucks.
Yeah,
it's
but
so hard to do.
Is that something that you were like more comfortable in going to when you're against the fence here, Lou? Is the double unders? Is that your like kind of go-to thing?
Who isn't? Who isn't? hey, who doesn't like double unders?
A lot of the thing is comfortable in the wizard position. You know, a lot of guys wizard and doing a little bit of damage inside. And not a lot of guys are not comfortable going double unders and looking to fight down. You know, they're comfortable.
So this is something I teach. I look at it like a sort of like a frame. So it gives me a frame to get to either leg. So when I want to move or switch, I've got the top of the frame and I want to switch. So that's my body lock.
Dropping the singles or whatever, yeah?
Whatever you want to do.
There's no obstruction between yourself and the leg with the body lock because there's not an underhook.
And you can always come back. And you can always come back.
100%.
Yeah.
And but you know, I can really get a tremendous squeeze there. It's always funny, a bit of dickish really. Like, you know, with students in the club, and let them beat me up, and I go.
Well, that's what we just seen there. You go straight to the double unders, and literally it's just a basic ragdown, you know. And I think that's just for you being more dominant in that position and being willing to get it, you know. Yeah,
double unders.
It's the shock. It's the shock of it as well. It's the shock of it. You don't realize what it's like. Yeah, you can't. If you're covering your head, you know, you're covering your face. You don't want to get hit with one of them big. Your arms are up. You're getting double undered.
Yeah. Right, play him on Tomo. So here's where we talked a little bit about the ground game, Lou. Your ground game, I think, is not underestimated. I think everyone knows how comfortable you are on the ground, but I don't think everyone understands how good you are on the ground. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
It's strange. I think
not respected.
No,
they know it, but they don't know. They don't know it until they feel it.
I kind of think like with my grappling and stuff. It's things sort of happen so quick that it almost seems like their mistake, and of course it is. Of course, every fight is. But what it's not. I think a lot of time it's not respected with me is the fact that I've had so many. How many people do? I think 10 rear naked chokes.
Yeah,
you know.
That's the one thing I wrote down is how many submissions you've had, and then I broke down. I think it was 10 rear naked choke submissions.
Yeah, I'm not vocal online and stuff. You know, it's just to me, I'd rather just sit back and just enjoy the game. You know, but I mean, how many? fighters are boasting records over, legitimate wins, but so quickly, it's again, of course, every fight is mistakes and good ideas, but
Look,
how many do you have?
If we pause it by a minute,
that anaconda position there, when I watched this back earlier on, I was really surprised at how Inman's corner didn't really identify that and put a bit of panic behind it. Because
I could hear them shouting like
elbow,
elbow down.
But I know, like, when you get into that position, you should, like me as a cornerman, and obviously Wayne, you can jump in here as well. But you kind of, you're not putting panic behind it, but you are identifying the possible, risk of having the anaconda choke come on. Yeah,
well, I can't really see at the moment. Something's happened to my phone.
As soon as I got to the I didn't feel that it was anywhere near. I might have had a hold, but it would not have been a controlling one. So my thought in turtle is, as long as I can keep someone in turtle whenever I can, it's dead. It's a dead position. If you're staying in turtle, you're dead. Simple as. No matter what you do, that's that. So I thought if I relaxed and just threw a shot, we never know.
But it's the squeeze of the anaconda that keeps him there. You've got to make him respect the anaconda grip so that he's not even thinking about escaping or counter-attacking. He's thinking about, let's get this squeeze off my neck, And if you watch out the energy expenditure, he expends energy holding the anaconda, and then as soon as he feels it's not in his favour, he gets up and looks to strike. There's a difference between that anaconda was never meant as a submission. It was meant as a hold, so you understand what you're trying to do with it.
Well, you carry. You
don't try to finish it. You just chip away at him, make him pay for it, drain that energy.
When you watch a Lou Long's fight, you know that if he's going to jump on something, he's jumping on it, So every position is dangerous for Lou. But especially this now, when you come out to this anaconda position, the damage you do with your ground and pound.
Oh, it's horrendous.
I want to see it. I don't watch my fights back often. Well,
this is where I thought that he pissed you off by doing or saying something, because it was a bit. You put a shift in by at this point.
Spiteful, I know.
No, it's lovely. It's beautiful. It's what you want as a coach. You want all your fighters to be like this, ruthless and go for the kill straight up. That's what you want.
You're just angry all the way through the fight. You just had like a face on you, that you were tamping, absolutely livid.
Play it on, Tomo.
Fuck those. It's different every time.
At this point, it's lovely.
It almost looked like he was a bit shocked by how aggressive you were, though.
Did you know you had him here then, Lou? Did you know that was it? Is on?
No. I'm really not that conscious in a lot of fights.
No.
If you want to stop it here, look. Right. Let's talk about the body triangle, which is another squeeze. You don't realise that squeeze either. There's the body lock with the arms, which is the double underhooks, and the body lock with the triangle, which because Lewis he's got big legs and he's quite short for the weight. So the guys he fights are usually tall and lean, So he can get this body triangle and squeeze the skinnier guys quite easily in his weight, and this is the story here. The squeeze via the body lock, the squeeze with the darts, and the squeeze with that body triangle. It's just all so draining, and it's tough. And watch when Lewis chokes you, it's like a twisting, cranky choke. If you watch, the body triangle locks in one way, and the neck gets twisted the other way.
Yeah, this kind of rear naked choke in particular was like a palm to palm.
He's always palm to palm.
Rob's always
honestly, I tell my guys, you palm to palm first, and then after that, then if you're not on, go rear naked choke, because the palm to palm.
This is funny, right? This is funny, right? I Rob Taylor always used to shout at me, palm to palm. I could hear him, fucking shut up, you knob. I'm busy fighting. Right? And then I think a fight or two after that, I went palm to palm, as well. And I said to him outside when I was a bit pissed, yeah, I suppose it does work, mate. And it was just like, right, now I've had, cheers, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a palm to palm is underestimated as well. You know, a lot of guys are like kind of.
It's so interchangeable.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so interchangeable.
You can abort. You can go back. You can go back to kind of seatbelt control. You can move forward. I
feel like I want to touch Wayne's face.
His beard, I think. A lot of people have said his beard is lovely.
It's very plastic.
Right. Play him on, Tomo.
Play him on.
Yeah, so it's just controlling position. Well. You finished someone from you as well, didn't you? From punches from the back.
Dinsdale, the one before this.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got buddy hammered around for a bit, but.
See, wrong side choke. Yeah, look, palm to palm finish. Wrong side.
Hide it.
Elbow. Yeah. The elbow goes across as well. The elbow cuts into the other side. You got a body triangle, and that's the wrong side choking. So that seems to be quite fashionable in jiu-jitsu now. It's like you see the high level guys, so they're releasing DVDs on wrong side choking.
I'm releasing DVDs on that as well.
Yeah,
it hide the hands, doesn't it?
Exactly. It seems to be fashion. It went through a fashion of that wrong side choking, but a choke's a choke, man. A choke can come from anywhere, you know. As long as you're round the neck, it doesn't matter if you're right side. Body squeeze, look, bang, straight down from that underhooks. And watch the back steps here. Back step, back fist.
The leg controls. You've done this against
back step, back fist.
I love the back step.
Yeah, you've done that really well against Crossbow.
No, if you ever rolled me in the gym and stuff like that, you know my mobility and like movement in those sort of areas is really good, you know.
Strikes open up. Look, body triangle on the top, choke on the same side, choke and head and arm on the same side. It takes some power and twist together, you know.
And that's a massive fight at the time as well. And the finishing man like that as well, because that was flawless. Like it was flawless, completely flawless.
Yeah, as I said, that of the morning, I saw that stat and I was like, shit, I'm gonna get fucking killed. You know.
The thing is, Matt Inman was well known for his jiu-jitsu at the moment as well, you know.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
He was big on the jiu-jitsu scene, and he's the one who we saying about half guard, wasn't he, Lou?
Well, he swept him with the half guard back, didn't he, right at the start of the fight? Yeah,
getting back up the half.
Yeah, we worked on the.
What fight we
worked
doing
on
next?
the half guard.
I don't think we got another one, to be honest.
We got the
this is a good one because Lewis, tell us about this one. So you went out to Abu Dhabi to fight. So what was that?
So I went up to Abu Dhabi. Of course, obviously a really surreal experience going out there. But even the changing, I get fucking molested by you. even the changing rooms were, I could barely see the end of them. You know, they were massive. I could hear, fuck's sake, I could even hear an echo in the room. You know, get off. Sorry, kids. You know.
And there was wait for him to put his headphones back.
It was weird because it was like obviously a first time being around like a hotel with other fighters, for a long time.
Yeah.
It was quite strange. I mean, this was pretty much empty. It was only done 3 or 4 shakes. It was a real worrying kind of thing for me because I felt like a pit dog. Not just someone. It's not for entertainment. It's for these guys' pleasure. Like, I mean, you just ask Wayne about that type of thing, But
I'm being good this.
We can see it in your beard. We can see it in your beard.
You wish you could see it in my beard.
I fucking see it in my hairs, kid. But yeah. Oh shit! I said the word I didn't say.
You said the C.
But yeah, the walkout was amazing. I mean, they quickly moving on. The walkout was tremendous. I mean, you could see the way they put the effort in Blew it right up. I mean, I come out to Pantera. You know, Pantera's awesome, and again a big band, you know. And to be fighting in a ring, and if you were there that night and you saw some of the other fights, you'd realise the ref wanted someone to die. No, that night it was soccer do versus don't know why I look around, he's not over there. Soccer do versus what's his name? Anyway, you know, all fought UFC, Pride, everything, and
it's massive. His look at production is massive.
They pulled them back in the ring. Oh shit! I'm slagging off another promotion. Doesn't look good. Oh, yeah, fucking.
I think they're like the only one they've done.
I don't think they're watching.
They done one the other day. I'm sure they did.
Is it?
I think there's been others. I think Abu Dhabi Warriors. I'm sure I seen one the other day.
Emirates. Fuck that.
My favourite part of this fight is when Lewis wins. Spoiler alert. Lewis holds the ropes open for his coach to get in the ring.
I remember.
You've got to look at this.
He's like, nah.
I think he thought Lewis was going to kick him in the face or something.
I remember you being really nice by opening the ropes for him, and he's like,
yeah. And the guy's looking at him. He's like, whoa.
You know, I'm respectful to the end. You know, I'm a martial artist, and that, you know, that is that. You know.
No, you might make mug you right off.
He's like, oh, fuck that shit.
Is this the first time you fought MMA in a ring?
Yeah, it was. I mean, nothing I really cared about. I just thought it was soccer kicks before I went out there. So obviously, you know, fuck it. This sounds like a laugh.
Was this soccer kicks?
No, this isn't. No, but initially it was meant to be.
Right. Okay.
At the time, I thought it would be a laugh. Now I think Lethway is a laugh.
now, like, if you notice, Lou is no stranger to the ring.
I know my way around the ring. I miss having a ring in the gym. Keys just doesn't sound like it. My ring is dirty.
Get back in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben.
Oh, right. So again,
Ben loves it in the ring.
This was really weird. Like fighting in a massive arena with, you know, crazy amount of, like, you know, money around me everywhere. Let's put it on it, the cars, everything. It was really strange. And trying to get myself hyped up for it was hard.
Because obviously this is probably a little bit like we're missing out to fight the other day with no crowd and stuff like that. Very similar feeling. I
have to hype myself up to a crazy point, like that. You know, after this, when I go back to the change rooms, I was like, "Fucking, let's go! Let's fucking hit whole pad. You can't hold pads." Like, you know, I was just again engaging in that in the hook game pretty strong with, especially if you want to put the hips in like a judo style. Goshy hips, it's not going to work. You know, I'm too small. I got a massive like, so. No chance.
Watch you palm to palm again, look. Palm to palm.
We're going to the back straight away.
It's game over. Back is king, you know. You can't tap out a choke.
I mean, what you meant to do?
Palm to palm grip.
And at the same time, what is he meant to do? I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, turtling up. You got to put something. You got to put a base on the floor to stand up. You know, and that's that. You have to, don't it? You know, if you want to stay there, it's up to you.
Here's your part. You trying to be too nice by Erlo.
It's like, go on, son, jump in.
Like, no, right. No, you're good. It's all right, mate. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's all right, mate.
I remember watching this back, like obviously when it was on, just after it was on, I found a link to it and I watched it back and I looked at that and I laughed as well. So I'm glad you remember that because I forgot about it.
Probably looks like Godzilla.
It's the palm-to-palm grip again that opens it all out, look. Palm. But this time it's on the right side, look.
And is it like, side. Lou, do you, like, I know you don't have to answer it, but have you got like just like a system that you do when you get the back, or is it just literally get the back and do your thing?
Now I've especially when I'm trying to explain to people in students and stuff, like what I do, you have to analyze it and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's hard for me to break it down. It's just like I roll more than I drill.
Yeah.
So when it comes to
you don't seem like the guy who's going to drill a lot, to be honest.
Ask Wayne.
Let's just roll.
Ask your mums.
We did go through a point of like doing like drilling arm bars for a while, but
it's like the thing is like you could drill some things.
Wayne's Tesco's internet is gone again, I think.
Fucking Aldi. Might I pay him? God.
That's a good picture to have on still, though, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah, he's gone again. He dipped out again. So as you say, like obviously fighting out there is, like you said, it was a strange atmosphere, but went in under a minute again, rear naked choke, and like you said earlier on, you've had like 10 rear naked chokes. I think it's like 10 subs in total. All of those are rear naked chokes, yeah?
No, I think it's 12 submissions and 4 2 or 3 decisions. I'd say, but whatever, man. It's just
you got like 4. I think it's 4. Hang on, I wrote something down. 4 TKOs and 10 subs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
rest the decision. Then.
You know, what's the point in caring about it until it happens, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, you can't train to attack someone with a submission. You know, you got to be able to interchange. You know, A, B, C. Got game plans like right now.
And is that?
Yeah, you got to change. You got to adapt.
And is that something do you work on like obviously if you get past the first round and your game plan like A is not working, do you then have a conversation with your corner and switch it up?
Well, I know if my game plan doesn't work because I haven't won. So
sometimes it's a bit late after a fight.
it to me it's like very A and B. You know, I'm in there feeling it. I understand what. I go back to my corner at the end of the fight or end of a round. Quickly, what do you think? And that's that. You know, take him down. All right, maybe. But I'm the only one in there feeling it.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
Whether the takedown's there or it's not, or whether the punch is there or not, that's the part that I love about the sport. It's all on me, you know.
Yeah.
But it's hard. You got to have game plans. You know, you got to have a way in which you want to fight more than a game plan. Just an idea. Just an idea. I train in every area. You know, to beat his area, if that makes sense.
But more to like try and fight your strengths more, I should imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty strong everywhere. You know, obviously, struggling.
Like in the Inman fight then that we watched earlier on, though, like Inman is more of a ground fighter than he is. Like he finishes a lot of fights by ground and pound, and he is more of a ground fighter. But you obviously out grappled him, you know, as well. So did you look at that and think like, you know, take out a bit of pride and say like I'm going to out grapple this guy, or because like the notion for me as a coach would be stand with him and put him away. That would be my kind of instinct, you know.
I mean, I took that fight, and like I think that possibly that arrogant I could beat anyone anyway, you know. But no, I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that at all. If you're a fighter,
of course, every fighter's got an ego. But no, I just play the fight. You know, I start on my feet. If I'm not happy or I see the takedown, I'll take it. As I said, I obviously train 3 areas. And then work on them between as well. But you just don't know. I mean, you're best off keeping your mind open. The intuition is the best way to go.
Yeah.
What's
happening? Am I just? It's cutting off. It's just going off all the time.
Going off for you.
Wayne, I've done the dishes. All right, mate.
Makes a change.
I thought you sound like it. Fuck me.
Oh.
Right. I got some questions.
Look at me. He hasn't done the dishes. I done the dishes.
You've done a dish. There's a difference between the dishes and the dishes.
No, I done the dishes. I just made more mess.
You always make mess. You do make mess.
Oh, I cleaned the gym. Did you notice? I cleaned the gym. I done the fucking pots and everything.
Once.
The coffee pots.
Once you've cleaned.
Yeah, the other day.
I clean twice a day, every day.
And I put a sign up.
Was that?
And I put a fucking sign up.
One sign. Ooh.
Right. I got some questions for you, Lou. If you're all right to answer a couple of questions, I should imagine you'll be fine. Yeah. Stephen Gifford, do you think traveling to Thailand at a young age to compete boosted your confidence?
No.
In the bedroom or in fighting?
No. No, Gift, mainly because when you know the people I had around me. Well, no, the legends around me. But no, because the category I was in, some other countries didn't put their people in the same category. I fought a guy who was from Lebanon who was 40 when I was 18. So I was in the cadet category fighting a Lebanese police officer.
Out in Thailand?
Yeah.
And what did you do out in Thailand? I don't know about this. What did you do? You done tournament?
Wobble.
Ask him about Joey's ice cream.
I don't know. I ain't gonna ask him.
We wouldn't say it here, but if
it's all right. I needed the room to myself in exchange for half-eaten ice cream that I give to my Thai coach.
What ice cream was it?
It was a Cornetto.
Was it worth it?
No.
Oh, you could mint choc chip Cornetto, eh?
I'd have preferred he stayed.
Cornetto ice cream.
Say Lou and Wayne, really. How are you sort of balancing competing, fighting obviously so much, and like Wayne obviously did Polaris Contenders a few weeks ago and months ago, with coaching, because you've both got some like pretty good fighters coming up. Obviously you got like this Ben Ellis, obviously like you got Khalid and like Mendez. You've had in like quite a few good amateurs. What are you sort of focusing on now, or how are you balancing and all that?
We thoroughly neglect our students to train ourselves.
That's the way. It's not them. They can figure it out.
No, it's tough. It is really tough.
It's tough, but it gives you an opportunity to explore your own knowledge. And when you work it back, and you look why you do something, why it works, does give you a better understanding. Any coach who will understand that.
I think a lot of guys, that's where a lot of guys kind of fall down, is like when you start to coach, you see how much you really know. You see how much.
Yeah, 100%.
What you struggle with is when you become a coach, is everyone else. You struggle with their emotions. Everyone talks to you about it, and you're like, man, I'm just trying to train and teach you some good stuff. It's hard. Fucking people whinge, moan, fucking belt shit. Fuck off. You
have got to deal with everything when you
work hard. Just work hard. Yeah. Fuck belts. Fuck that.
Yeah,
fuck this.
But Lou, he's talking shit. He's talking shit. The amount of respect that the guys in the gym have for Lewis is amazing, because he's always the first one to ask you, "Are you okay?" And he does deal with a lot of the emotional issues of the fighters, to be honest.
Yeah,
like people think I'm the nice one, and he's the grumpy fighter. But it's not. It's
opposite.
Not.
It's opposite. Yeah.
It's Lou's a really sensitive guy underneath. And he puts up with a lot from fighters. But the thing is, what we've struggled with is like knowing the line between a coach and like a friend. Like we want him to bow to us, like respect us, but then we want them to call us a dick as well. It's quite hard to do, man.
It is that balance between coach, mentor, friend. It's a very blurred line.
I think the one thing that I kind of do like with my guys is not so much.
Them off.
I've lost my train of thought, but basically what I was saying was what I do with my guys is when you're on the mat, it's kind of all work in it. But then obviously once you leave the mat, then you can get on and have a laugh and, like you said, call each other dicks as you go in, then can you? But when you're on the mat, or when you're in the cage, or when you're trying to work a specific game plan, or trying to hit pad, work.
When it's time to work and when it's time to play.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that becomes a part of like the ambiance. When you go fighters in a gym, they know when to wise up and turn it on.
Yeah. Striking a balance between the fighters and the guys who just come to train.
I mean, it's part of both respects, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've had plenty of rants about like the competitor versus hobbyist sort of thing. I'm like, if you want to do it as a hobby, I'll listen to your problems and stuff. But if you get to compete, if you want to compete, I don't care what problems you had. You leave them at the door. You get to train. The problems
I was trying to teach missus the other day a bit, and she walked off and went to the toilet. I was like, what? a bit confused. Like,
have you asked me to go to the toilet yet?
It's just like weird. Like, in the gym, showing you, teaching you something. It's just strange.
I
didn't let him go first.
Ben Ellis, one of your guys.
Oh, fuck you.
Has he asked us a jiu-jitsu question?
I bet that's what it is.
The longest, most technical question.
Let's ignore Ben.
Bear with. It's the total opposite of what you think. It's not long, and it's not about jiu-jitsu.
Let me tell you a story about Ben Ellis. Ben has now taken it to. He always asks a question. Do you know what you say? Any questions? It's always Ben, which is great. There's no such thing as a bad question. But he's now taken to inboxing me questions with video analysis of him pausing fights and asking, why did they do this?
Listen, that's not a bad thing.
It's great. I love it.
Right down my street, that
is. This is the guy we're dealing with. So, was his question?
The question is, bear with. Who would win a fight between Cameron Clark and Ryan Lockyer? The end.
Ooh.
That's it. That's for you, Lou.
Oh, do I get a question?
Fucking Lockyer, mate.
Lockyer.
I love you, mate, but
it depends what the fight is
animal,
in.
Like, he's an animal.
I'm bored of that. They're both animals. But what did he specify? What type of fight?
No, just said a
right.
I mean,
now
Cam is a nightmare.
But
Ryan is a dick.
What if it's a fight?
Cameron has actually said on you. Depends if we're supposed to go 10% or not.
If the fight is down to whose mother is the easiest to pull, then Ryan Lockyer wins 10 out of 10. She loves it. You see your mother joke. The boys in the gym will get it.
Bit harsh.
And Ryan's mother gets it.
This is from Jamie Hughes. Is there any particular welterweight in the Bellator Lewis would most like to fight? Would love to see Lewis strangle MVP.
MVP.
All day.
Lou.
I don't know.
He's pressed something. I'd like
to see him. The fuck of my ear.
There we go.
I'd like to see him rematch N Camp after his last match because that was a total.
My ears.
like
lucky spinning back fist elbow thing.
Oh, that's one of the things. That's one of the things that that I like Lou. He's a great guy, but like when someone throws an elbow like that and it connects, it's hard to say he was lucky. You know, it's difficult to say he was lucky. But I get what you mean because Lewis was in control.
It wasn't thrown as an elbow. You know, it was a wrong place, wrong time sort of thing. And the fight was really starting to turn.
It was a spinning back fist. I mean, that I just run into
using control that fight, Lou as well. To be honest with you, mate,
I shouldn't have run into it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Listen now, right? All of you, shut up, right?
Yeah.
I think my internet's fucked.
No, it's not. We're fine. We got you. We got you.
Lou, the question was, is there anyone in the welterweight division you want to fight in Bellator?
You went blank then for a while.
Can you hear me now?
No. I mean, hey, look, I made a mistake, like, you know, and he made good decision, you know. Gives a fuck, like, you know.
Yeah, Lou, listen to me now. The question was...
Luck is the remnants is designed, and, you know, fair play to him. I shouldn't have made the mistake of just thinking he was done.
Lou.
Is there anyone in the Bellator welterweight division that you would like to fight?
I don't know. I don't really know many of them.
That's genuine.
My internet's going.
No,
stop watching porn.
I'm not MVP.
My internet's gone, or yours?
No, our internet is fine, I think, mate. I think it's yours. Wayne, anyway, you can answer the questions for him, but I think
I will.
Wayne Samways, would you say Lou absolutely destroys Ben Ellis in a roll, or would you say it's pretty even?
Who's that off?
Cameron Clark.
Cameron Clark. I'd say Lou absolutely destroys Ben in a roll. But Ben is getting better every day.
Right. Lewis has done something. I don't know what he's done.
It looks like he's
talking to himself, I think, at the moment. I don't know what he's doing. He's pressed a button or something, haven't he?
Or he might very well be messing about and pretending that he can't hear us.
Stephen Gifford again. Lewis, well, I can answer this question for anything, but Lou got some of the best post-fight interviews ever seen. Is there a thought process behind it? I think that's a no.
He don't care, but he's one of the very rare fighters that mostly fighters, in my experience, are quite happy-go-lucky people, and then when they sort of go to the press, they pretend to be all mean, muggy, and angry. But he's one of the ones who can be quite grumpy on times, and whenever the cameras are about, he's happy. He's the other way around. So he's one of the ones who actually pretend to be friendly, but he's actually quite grumpy.
Yeah, his interviews are quite
legendary now.
His interviews are awesome, because I think that's just Lewis, though, isn't it? It's just the way he is.
That's him. Yeah,
it's just the way he is.
It is what it is, isn't it?
My brother's asked a question, Matthew Creel. This is for you, Wayne. Wayne, is there a particular story that sticks in your mind when traveling for a fight with Lewis? Keep it clean, mate.
Oh, my good God alive. Yes. Me, Lewis, and Carl. Well, this is quite topical, really, because Martin Ashdown, he just passed away, unfortunately. He was the promoter of Subs 15. And me, Carl, and Lewis were on the Subs 15 card. And we were grappling. We all had grappling matches. But we had to go up and down to Middlesbrough in one day. So I think I met him down at his house about 6 o'clock. Carl was driving.
Right.
So,
can you hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you, yeah.
I was going to get back onto the screen.
Press the video button. So anyway, we're driving up to Middlesbrough. We get up to Middlesbrough about 3 o'clock. So it was a tough drive, like. So on the way up to Middlesbrough, we get a load of obviously we take a few stops in the services. So we're all doing our business in the services. So then all of a sudden I hear ho 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 in the services. So I'm like, oh, what was these guys up to now? So I'm naturally looking across the top of the stalls to see if they're going to throw anything over the top, which is a constant trick by them. So I was like, oh, it's just boys being boys. Then all of a sudden, a stream comes under the toilet door. One of them had peed on the floor, just saw it run onto my trainers. So that I think was Carl. So then all you hear is, oh. So Carl's like, And I said, Carl, that's absolutely disgusting. I said, the joke's on you anyway, mate, because I'm going in you a car. So that was quite funny. But he was like, oh, and then he was like, to Lou, remember when I done that and that guy had sandals on? So one of the tricks is they piss on the floor so it streams across and hits you in the feet. So then we get up to Newcastle and we start we get warm up for the matches, and Lou's like, oh, I need food. So then you do not know how much Lou can eat, like. So I think he had 2 steak bakes, 2 pizzas, and 2 sausage rolls from Greg's up in Newcastle. Smashed them, and then he's drinking before the fight. So by the time he's fought, he's had a load of stuff from Greg's.
Oh, it's a week before my Iman, though.
Yeah, that was close, wasn't it? And he was grubbing beer, the lot, like, and then it was crazy that the amount he could eat, then perform. And then coming home, I said to Carl, you need to get petrol, mate. And he's like, oh, there'll be somewhere down here. So we're going down through Hereford, down the M50, is it? Is it the M50?
Yeah.
There is no way that's open that sells petrol. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. We broke down in the middle of Hereford. we traipsing through Hereford in the middle of the night, trying to look. Was that?
Carl's a little bit hot-headed.
Oh, Carl was mental. He was like punching the roof. Me and Lewis were just laughing at him, like.
Fuck,
but that didn't help the situation. But then we eventually go and get we walking through Hereford. We're all tired. We've had like our matches. We've come home, and now we're in the service in like a petrol station, and we want to get a can full of petrol. So Carl starts putting it in. This guy goes, it's got a maximum of like £4. So we put like £3, and it starts overflowing. And the guy said, I told you all, £4. So then he just had the evil eyes off us all, and we were just, we've only put £3 in. What are you doing? So he starts screaming at them. He starts to get a bad look on his face. Like, what are these? We've only put 2 in. So we screaming at him. This guy's got a look on his face like, oh, what have I just done? So then we had to go and bump start Carl's car, put the stuff in just to get ours. That was a memorable trip.
Sounds like a rough one, Alice. But
no, it's not. That's just one, like.
I think I'll answer the question anyway, Bomb. Thank you very much. Ben Ellis again. 2 or 3 guys to watch out from the Matt Academy who either haven't fought yet or only had a few fights. Lewis.
Talon, Deacon, Lockie is always. He just always needs to turn up to do that. Really.
You are turning out some good guys in the Matt Academy as well. We got like Jason Jenkins from ours, and Mason comes over to spar as well, and we're turning out some good guys. I got to be honest.
Like good youngsters as well. You know, like like with Talon Jones. How old's Talon now? 15, 16.
Mm.
Yeah,
like a Deacon.
We haven't got much like in the amateur department at the moment, but we got quite a few kids that are a year or 2 off, and it's scary that they know to be like that now. Probably,
yeah. Because Wayne, like I know Craig Evans, who I train with your white belts, and he's always talking about you got like 2 of the boys in Will, and one of the other boys is always on about them, how much they're studying.
Will and Jake,
I think.
They
got he said like, yeah, it's ridiculous. They're like into everything already, like their knowledge, like leg locks, and
they love it. They love it.
Yeah.
Greg looks like he's fucking staying in a fucking Premier there.
He's done a run up. He's not done that.
Well, what it is, like Jacob and Will, they're 18 now, but like Talon and Deacon, they're younger again, and they into their MMA. Like Talon's 16, he's just had his first Thai boxing show, and he was so good in it, but he threw more like tips to the faces and jabs. It's just one of them things. but he was so comfortable in the competitive environment. You just couldn't wait to get out there, you know. And then you know that someone's got something good when they just excited to fight, not nervous and shying off. And like we said, Deacon's he's a beast. That's the only way to describe. He's so good, and he was calling Big Un because he was about, I think he was about 95k, but he's cut down to about 72, 73-ish. But he's so good. And Ryan Lockyer, he's younger. He's young. You don't realize he's like early 20s, and he's so good. He's southpaw, awkward, knows how to use being a southpaw, and he's just
because he's the amateur, because I think that's why you guys have done well. Like the guys who turned pro kind of gone pro at the right time, like Ben. You know, like Ben was undefeated in the amateur ranking, smash through everyone.
Ben's fight on Cage Warriors, he stopped that guy from half guard, didn't he?
Yeah. But like Ben, what I liked about that fight was like Ben. He's just great. Like he's good at everything, but he's a striker that mostly you get people wanting to knock people out, but Ben's a striker that's capable of knocking people out, who wants to just put on a dominant MMA clinic on people. He just wants to take them down and grind them out, you know. And the way he knocked out that guy from half guard,
looks like he's got more like he's going to be more kind of going down the wrestling side, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well it's you don't usually get that. You know, you usually get the wrestlers that have got to they've got to the wrestlers that feel they've got to improve their striking. But he's a striker that wants to improve I know what we were saying earlier about him asking questions, but he is literally that hungry for knowledge. He just wants to learn it all. He actually sent me a message saying, in this lockdown, he said, I don't think it's possible I can watch any more MMA. What should I watch? So he was actually watching grappling.
But like I said, for me as a coach, I want someone like that. You know, you want people like that. I've got a lot of guys like that who keep asking me questions, and I never see it as like a hindrance. I always see it because the more research they do, I think the easier.
Your job is.
Yeah, I think it's easier my job is going to become, because obviously they're more versed in understanding what you're trying to put across as well.
And they make you better. If you can answer their questions, it gives you food for thought, you know, it gives you something to think about.
The worst thing you'll get is, right, this is a game plan I want to try and adopt with you for this fight. I think this is going to get you, I think this is going to give you a good chance of winning the fight. I'm going to send you through some videos, and they never watch them. I think that's the word, you know, that's where a lot of people kind of lose, you know, their trail of thought. You know? But if you've got guys like Ben who wants to watch the videos, I think that's going to obviously help him in the long run. I think we lost Ben, haven't we?
So I remember when I first started doing S&C with Mendez a couple of years ago, just before his he fought Sterling, and he sparked him out with a one punch with that left hook, that monster left
Mendez.
hook. Yeah, and I remember
he got power.
I know, right? So when I first got him in the gym,
Mendez.
We were doing some power stuff leading up to that fight, and we were doing some of the stuff with Mason. You know, Mendez as well, like 5.5 foot. He's tiny, but he's so powerful. I remember, like, we were doing power stuff, and my hands were hurting from catching the ball or whatever. I was using Mason up because he's like, look, Mendez is like 130 pounds. He's like the power that boy's got.
We always joke to him saying we're going to put him in at light heavyweight, so he's not at like a power disadvantage, you know. Yeah, he's such a beast, but he's just had shoulder surgery, I think. So he's out for a while.
Little girl now as well, new baby.
Yeah. But he's still hungry for it. He still wants to come back, you know. But
it'd be good to see him back. I think he deserves a push. You know, I think he deserves to kind of have a good run at it. See what happens.
Yeah. He owes it to himself.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't pay off, at least he can look back on it and say, "Look, I had a go." Yeah, exactly. I think it could honestly pay off, especially in that division as well.
100%. Yeah, he's so powerful, man. You wouldn't believe it. He got the power, like.
I think we've lost.
I remember him saying to me about Ben actually when he like working with some of yours, and he's saying about Ben how he's got to get him. Ben's got to get angry with people and get pissed off with people because he's such a chilled out guy when you meet him.
He's such a gentleman, but he's a savage, man. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe how.
Put your earphones in, Lou.
You wouldn't believe how much of a change it is.
The battery on his phone has died.
Died, gone.
Check your earphones in, Lou. Have you charging it?
Well, yeah, you can straight on my battery, isn't it?
That's why,
Lou, we've only got about 5 minutes left, buddy. So we ain't gonna keep you much longer. Chuck your earphones in for the last 2 minutes, buddy.
but you wouldn't believe, like,
Yeah.
Lou.
Yeah, you've got some great guys coming out of your gym.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys coming out of Wales in general, to be honest. It's a good time to be part of Welsh MMA, you know. You've got people coming out of all gyms, and they're all dragging each other up. The Welsh MMA is getting a really good name for itself recently.
And but that's one thing I think that you know that can you hear us now? Yeah, we can hear you now, buddy.
What's the question?
We haven't got much more, but to be honest, but I think Ben Ellis just asked before you dipped out 2 or 3 guys to watch from your academy who hasn't fought yet or who has only had a couple of fights.
I heard that one.
Yeah, you covered that one, didn't you? I don't think we got any more apart from that, buddy, to be honest with you. I think that's it.
I'm pretty boring. I'm pretty boring, really.
No, you're far from boring, Lou, but you just... People don't know what you're going to come up with, to be honest, but I think that's the key.
I've got some questions for you, Greg, if you're up for the challenge.
I don't know. What? It depends on what type of questions they are.
It's just UFC and MMA trivia, really. Just a handful of questions, just to see how down you are, see if you know them. And it could also be for the viewers as well, you know?
I've never watched a fight in my life.
This will be funny. Listen to Lewis's answers.
Rhys will tell you that the only time I watch MMA is when it interests me. I'm that kind of guy, you know. If it interests
what's your MMA knowledge like?
Rhys is pretty good.
I have no.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Who's the first fighter from Ireland to win a UFC bout? Conor McGregor, Norman
Paddy
Park,
Mullen,
or Neil Seery?
Conor McGregor, Norman Park, or
Neil Seery? I
think Norman Park was before Neil.
Yeah.
Correct, Norman Park. Who's the youngest ever UFC champion? Chris Weidman, John Jones, Henry Cejudo, or Ronda Rousey?
John Jones.
John Jones. Lou, do you know who John Jones is? Doesn't know. Which UFC fighter was in the film Warrior? Is it A, Rumble Johnson, B, Phil Davis, C, Rampage Jackson, or D, Czech Congo?
I've never watched the film, but
good promo at the end.
No, I've never watched it, but is it
Congo? Rampage.
Congo?
Ooh, both wrong. Rumble Johnson.
He's making a comeback.
Never watched the fight. Yeah. Never watched it, to be honest.
He's making a comeback. He's looking strong.
Yes, he is. He is.
He went thick at one stage. He was big.
Did you see him in his grappling match against Craig Jones?
Craig. It's not Craig, it's Craig.
Craig Jones. Did you see how thick he was then?
Yeah. Still died.
He was enjoying the moment.
Still died.
What's the next one? Who got the most finishes at heavyweight in the history of UFC? So the most finishes. Cain Velasquez, Stipe Miocic, Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir.
I think it's Stipe, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's got to be Frank Mir.
Frank Mir, 13 finishes.
Yeah.
And last one, 2-part question. Who's got the fastest knockout in UFC history? Conor McGregor, Todd Duffy, Ludwig, or Don Fry?
Ludwig. Dwayne Ludwig.
No. This is
Masvidal.
No, it was Masvidal, wasn't it? But it was also what's the English guy? What's his name?
Mark Weir.
Yeah.
The head kick, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's a.
This is recently, I believe, according to my sources, Google. This has recently been
amended
because it was originally classed as 11 seconds, and it was by Ludwig, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But they've rewatched it, and where they've rewatched it, they've deemed it at this amount of seconds, which is the quickest in UFC history. How fast do you think that knockout occurred? 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, or 8 seconds?
8. Mark Weir.
Go.
Mark Weir was 8 seconds, wasn't he? Mark Weir.
Yeah. Mark Weir, 8 seconds.
It wasn't Mark Weir. This was Ludwig. They've timed Ludwig's one,
Ah,
and it's
yeah.
recognised as the fastest one. How many seconds? 6, 7, 5, or 8?
6.
Fun.
6 second knockout. 1, 2, 3, bang, done. But Masvidal's was quick as well, mine. So that might be it. I might be out of touch.
You might be out of
Google
date.
might be wrong.
Yeah, I think they might be up to date because the Weir's one was real quick, wasn't it? And then the Masvidal's was quick as well because Weir was like the London card. No, was it like the
Yeah, Albert Hall was the first one in Britain, wasn't it? Albert Hall, yeah.
So I think we've lost Lewis. I was going to ask him a last question, but I think he's gone. We'll ask you, Wayne, any all Welsh matchup you think need to happen? MMA.
All Welsh matchups.
For me, I'm not a fan of all Welsh matchups.
Me neither.
Because I think is before, years ago, there was no option. We had to have, to a certain degree, some Welsh matchups. But now I think is such a big pool in Europe and in the UK as well that there's no real need for them, to be honest. But
there's such a small number of Welsh fighters at the higher levels. I wouldn't want to see anyone take a win from each other. I think, like you said, the pool's big enough not to have them fight each other.
Yeah.
So it was a shame when like Jack fought John, in UFC and they both. One of them is going to lose. One of them is going to get a win on their record. But it's a win in the UFC for a Welsh fighter. I want to see everyone from Wales do well at the higher levels.
The Jack Marshman and John Phillips fight. It should have happened a while back. But when it happened, I kind of didn't really. I didn't really want to see the fight. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. The boys are looking to fight, and one of them was going to win. It was a close fight. Jack lives like around in Aberdeen as well. He's a lovely guy. Yeah. But it was a close fight, and I think Jack may have just pipped it at the end. But it's one of those things. I didn't want to see that fight, to be honest, just from a patriotic point of view. I expect.
Yeah, they like you said, there was no need, and there was every need. The no need being there's enough to go around, but the need being people have wanted to see that fight for a while.
Yeah. But no, it's one of those things, and I think I haven't got anything that springs to mind that there's Welsh v Welsh matchups need to happen. Not for me anyway. But in the amateurs, I should imagine that when obviously Cage Warriors Academy comes back to Wales, I think we will have a couple of Wales v Wales matchups. I think.
Yeah, definitely. But it's even that's a shame because people come from like from away to fight in Wales as it is, but there's some that have got to happen. But it's like when Ben fought Scotty in the amateurs. Wasn't that good? I know them both really well, and like Ben's obviously my guy. So, but Scotty's he come up to train with us in the first match, and we didn't really want to see it happen, but Ben just wants to fight the best. I always say to Ben, some of the decisions he makes are emotional decisions, not professional decisions, But he wants to fight the best. He wants to be the best, so he got to fight the best.
You can probably ring Ben up tomorrow and say you've got a fight lined up, and he'll just say, "Yeah." Mason's the same.
He's a thorough professional. He'll be on weight. He'll take the fight. He'll be on weight. He'll give a thoroughly professional interview afterwards, and he'll give some of the best smack talk you'll ever hear to the guy before. I
think he's definitely one to watch that's going to come through in the next year when all this Rona pisses off. I think he'll get some scraps under his belt definitely, and I think he'll start to rack those wins up.
Well, just before
someone I'll probably get on soon enough.
Yeah, he's such a well-spoken professional gentleman, you know.
Mm.
And then he's also a badass when he
smile on his face as well. No, watching this.
Yeah. And a question
as well, Rhys. You've worked with him as well, no?
Yeah, like with his weight. Because I worked with Ben with his weight cuts. Yeah. You know, I worked with like Khaled as well. Khaled's the most laid back.
Oh.
But I'm, you know, it's unbelievable how chilled out he is on weigh-in day. You got like someone like Mason who's like, oh, I just want to fight, and Khaled just completely horizontal. With, you know, where it's brilliant. There's no stress. He's like, you just do whatever you say to him, and then you got like Ben. He'll say, oh, you've put on my plan. You got 50 grams of blueberries on it. Is it all right if I just have 55 instead? Because I'm really hungry. I'm like, mate. Yeah. That's what Ben's like. Recommended. Will not deviate. And you got boys like Callie who's chilled, and then you got like Mendo stressing out. He's like, oh man, I got to do this, and then but it works for each of them, doesn't it? You know, like Mendo, that works for him when he goes out, and you know, Callie being chilled out. That's his kind of fight style, and.
Different fighters are different, you know. Like you said about like people mean mugging people before they matches, what they do when they get in the cage. Everyone's different. Everyone needs different things they need said to them as well. Like, you know,
I think that's you know, one of the challenges. That's one of the challenges as a coach is when you start to coach like 5 or 6 separate guys.
Yeah.
Over the course of a month, they're all fighting to try and know
what their triggers are.
Yeah, and some guy needs bigging up. Like I said, some guys I've had who don't want to make that walk, but once they've made it, they put on one hell of a performance. And then there's other guys who can't wait to make the walk. So you've got to try and negotiate it the way you can, the best you can. I should imagine.
No two fighters are the same.
No, 100%. Means we've lost Lou. We ain't going to keep him much longer now. Wayne, thank you very much for backing Lou up.
It's all right, bad. Thanks.
It would have just been me and Rhys talking crap.
Yeah. Well, it was dropping out with me as well. The videos were dropping out. I don't know what it was. I'm a technical whiz, so I worked my way out to get back on it.
Yeah, this is pretty reliable, to be honest with you. Tom is doing a great job. Shout out to Tom who's working on our line feeds as well. He's doing a great job for us. Thank you very much, buddy. Before we go, but any shout outs, teammates, sponsors, or anything on Lou's behalf, if you want to shout out. Well, Tatami Fightwear is a massive sponsor.
Yeah, Tatami sponsored Lou. They've made me some sexy shorts as well, so shout out to Tatami. The matacademywales.co.uk if you want to come and train with us when all this is over. Lou's a big family man, you know. He's very close with his sister. He got a few sisters, but one of them in particular, he's really Steph. He's really close with. He's close to his mother. Him and his mother are thick as thieves. She's a good girl. But he's very close with them. And like a lot of people say about Lewis, he's a character, but he's a very sensitive guy. Like now he's not here. He won't interrupt me, but the emotional support he gives to some people is incredible. And you wouldn't believe it. You know, I've seen Lou. Like where he says he goes to farmers and stuff, like you wouldn't have thought a fighter'd be able to sit in a farmer he's contently sitting in the pub he'll talk to anyone from any like point of life, and he'll have stuff to say to them. He'll have conversations with them. And he'll really want to listen to you, you know. And he's not just listening to you trying to get his point of view in. He's such a sensitive guy.
But a good laugh at the same time as well, Lewis.
Exactly.
I've never really, and apart from when it's kind of go time, I've never really had a conversation with Lewis where he's been pissed off at anything or anyone. He's always been a good laugh. Fair play.
No, he's not. He's such so easygoing, like, you know. But like I said, he's sensitive as well sometimes. But you've got to be, you know, you've got to be. Especially to be a good coach, like.
Thank you very much, Wayne.
No problem, bro.
Thanks to Lewis as well. When you see him, if you give him a ring, buddy, and
I'll give him a ring after this now.
It was quite entertaining, to be honest.
Oh, he's a booty. He bought me these the other day. They're massive though, so I don't know what size he thinks I am. He bought me these boxer shorts. Hold on, it's not over yet. Look, miss you. He's a beauty, man. I went down the gym and they were waiting for me on the top.
Just them on, no?
Yeah, that's what he said. You won't be able to train anymore. You might show too much brain.
Right, thank you very much, Wayne.
Stay safe, everyone.
Cheers, buddy.
Beat the curve, and let's get back training.